Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving y'all a bit of an update on the world's cheapest Kelderman air ride Alumiduty. But first, I need some rollers for that truck. So we're going to hop in the blue truck. We're going to go pick up some wheels. Found some, and the guy's going to be meeting me up here in town. I'm going to pick those up. Found a set of tires I'm looking at. We'll pick those up. I got to get those mounted, and we're gonna throw those on the truck. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, y'all. So it's I don't know, it's a little bit later, but a couple days, something like that, maybe a week. But we're in the 6.0, and well, we're headed to pick up some tires now for the Alumiduty. So I was looking at, just cheap, rollers, and well, I found some 40s. So I got cash, and well, we're headed to pick up 40s. So I'm gonna stop up here, put some fuel in this thing, and we got about I don't know, it's like a 5-hour round trip to pick up these 40s. So I guess the Alumiduty is getting 40s for rollers. But either way, guys, like I said, I'm gonna stop up here. We're gonna get fuel, fill this thing up. That's kind of low. Also, if anybody's curious, fuel mileage in the 6.0, I've been driving it kind of hard, so it's low, but 20 on the money, and that's over this full 300 some miles. If I can keep my foot out of it, the other day I was showing like 27 or something like that. If you follow me on Snapchat, I posted a video of it, but we're gonna see what she does. So a little over 300 miles so far on it. It's been solid. So we got this thing fixed like 3 days ago, and well, here we are. So 2-3 days, something like that. But things been solid. So anyway, let's get on the road here, and we'll go pick up these 40s. And when we get back to the house, or maybe tomorrow, I'll give you all an update on the Alumiduty. All right, y'all. So you can see, get that POS out of the shop. We got that one in the shop. About to pull the wheels and tires off of it. Stay tuned for that video. But we're about to pull these off too. So these are going on that truck. Those are coming off. Since I'm not going to be driving that one. And here are our tires. That bird must have some Taco Bell. Here are our new tires. So these are 40s on 17s. I bought these wheels, and I didn't expect them to be that nice. Then I was looking for tires because they were just loose wheels, and I found these for a really good deal. So these are going on here. So anyway, let's get these off of here and get them ready to go on the 6-liter. All right, y'all. So we got the platinum 20s and 33s off, because these, like I said, are going to go on the 6.0. More on that later. Well, stay tuned for that video. But we did get the 40s on, as you can see, and and definitely looks a little funny, especially aired all the way down, which it is right now, because there's no bags on the front. And well, only way I can air it up in the rear is with shop air, and then I don't have any way to hold pressure in the system. And I can only air up one side at a time and let the sway bar kind of halfway level it out. But either way, we did get the 40s and the chrome steelies on. Now, I've also realized when I started this video, if I still have the footage from when I started filming, the 6.0 ran, the 6.0 no longer runs. As you can see, it's sitting in the shop there with oil under it. We did a shop air test and oil came out of it. So, we get to figure that out. But anyway, I wanted to give y'all an update on the Alumiduty here. So I know it's been a bit since y'all got an update. The last time we messed with this, we put it over there, and it's just been sitting there. And I guess the last update video I made, we started taking some stuff off the motor. So a little update for y'all. Once the Nissan is done and out of here, out of the way, out of here, finally, we're gonna get this in here. We're gonna pull the motor out of this, and we need to get it on a stand of some sorts. We'll go ahead and get the motor apart and see what it is we need to do with it. And that's kind of the determining factor for this whole thing, is if the block is usable. If it's not usable, then well, I really don't know. We'll figure that out. But the plan is, right now, if the block is usable, and the reason I'm not sure, because it did set open, because the plenum and stuff melted off of it. And when we pulled the injectors and stuff out of it, water ran out. The intakes were full. So I don't know what the condition of the inside of this motor is. Since it's been here, it's been covered. But I have no clue how long it sat at the auction yard open. So that is that. But at some point we are going to get it in here. I need to get a stand. I think I'm going to build a stand that is like, I don't know, like the high horsepower drag race engine builders use them. They come up to they bolt to the side of the motor, they come down. They're real short, real low to the ground, which would be nice here because we could roll it under any of the workbenches in here. So that would be nice, and it's supported through the motor mount holes, so that would also be nice. But we will get that motor in there when that is out of here, because there's parts for that everywhere, and we really need to do a lot of reorganizing. So it's also kind of that. But once that's out of here, we're also going to try to get the 6.0 back going. But I bought another truck, so I'm not super worried about it with getting that going. That's also why the KG1s are coming off, because I don't want them just sitting out around and tarnishing, because they are polished. So we're going to throw these back on, unless I sell those. Those are for sale on Marketplace and stuff. The 40s are also on Marketplace. I also picked up another 8-on-170 setup, which I'm trying to sell, because I don't need them, to be frankly honest. So 2212 Fittipaldis. If they don't sell, I'm not giving them away, obviously. I'll put tires on them, and we'll put them on the 6.0. So I'm not really worried about it. But anyway, because I think the new truck will benefit more from polished wheels. And polished wheels is kind of my thing. I don't really like black wheels, but either way, neither here nor there. So after we get that stand built, get the motor out of this thing, I do need to build another shop. I'm working on getting all that figured out, where I want it, and all of that. So there's a lot of figuring out going on, if you haven't noticed. But once I get another space, another shop built, whatever, this is going to get tore completely apart, and I'm planning on powder coating the frame and building this to be a show truck. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the Kelderman kit. I think this is a 6-8, and I would like to have a larger kit because of the setup that I want to run on it, which more on that later. This is also the older Kelderman kit, so they have done a lot of changes to the new kits, so they look a lot better. And this one on the front has also been hot, so I don't think it hurt the kit. I don't think it got that hot because most of the bags are still there on the driver's side. The passenger side bag's completely gone, but either way, that's just kind of that. But like I said, I would like to, I do want to rebuild this thing. So I think we're going to go all out show truck. The place that does my sandblasting has already gave me a quote to powder coat the frame I'm good with it. It's not that much money. Well, it is, but it ain't. In the retrospect of building a frame off show truck, it's not that expensive. So we'll leave that there. And it's also not bad in the sense that at some point I might, when I have the room to do so, we might frame off the white truck and we might frame off the 6.0, because you know it fits into my business model, and I think it would be nice to have a bunch of really built show trucks. So we'll get to that at some point, but I need more room because I would like to have a space to where I can set it there, I can leave it alone, and it can set in one place until it's finished. So that's kind of your update there, but I do plan on rebuilding this truck. So I will need to purchase a body. I will need a body, a wiring harness, fuel tank, pretty much all the stuff on the motor. I do plan to build a motor, so I'm not worried about the stock motor being okay, as far as the heads and all that kind of thing, because I do plan on getting new ones anyway. So not really worried about that either. So anyway, like I said, there's a few little hints and stuff for y'all. I do want to build the motor on this. I want to powder coat a bunch of stuff. I want to powder coat everything from the frame itself down, get all that powdered, and I've already picked colors for the frame and for the body. So we just need to get to the point of having the room where I can completely strip this thing down, tear the axles apart, because everything will get powder coated the right way. All the bushings will get removed, so on and so forth. And also by then, if I do keep this kit, a lot of the stuff that is threaded, like the rear, I guess you would call them link bars on this, I would like to Cerakote the threads and then powder the rest. That way they're not rusty, like this. And that way you can also still adjust them and, you know, everything else. Now, I'll go through, this will get new bags. It'll get new bushings, you know, it'll be done right, and this will essentially be a brand new truck other than the body. And then, like I said, the body's also going to get repainted. So this will essentially be a brand new truck, if that makes sense. Because like I said, all the bushings and everything are going to get done. It's going to get all new airlines. You know, like these, there's nothing wrong with them, but they are weathered. And if I'm going to the lengths of powder coating a frame and everything else, you know, a few feet of airline is not a concern. So there's your Alumiduty update, and y'all stay tuned for this one, because this one is in the pipeline. I've already made plans for this. I just need more space, because like I said, you know, if you look in here, there's no way I could leave something in here for a year plus while a frame off build happens. As you see, the 6.0 pretty much takes up the shop. You know, this stuff over here, the doors for my new storage building thing that we're building, like a warehouse type of deal for the new business, which I did pick up lumber over there. So we're going to be starting on that shortly. But, you know, there's our sandblast stuff and all that we use day to day. But like I said, this thing does pretty much take up the majority of this bay. The Mustang's not coming out of here. We're going to be rebuilding that car at some point for my grandpa. So that's not a choice. That's not an option to just move it out of here. But at some point, this will get taken care of. But anyway, guys, there's your Alumiduty update. So with that being said, I'm going to take this, pull that back down there. We didn't end up using the 6.0. I could use this. This thing also needs some love. So we'll get to that at some point. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's going to be a wrap for this one. If y'all enjoyed today's video, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. And I hope everybody has a great day.